Africa's sacred story begins long before ships crossed its shores, before swords clashed, and before scriptures arrived. It was a world of spirit. The continent echoed with the voices of deities born of earth, sky, and flame. These gods were not far away but present, interwoven into the rhythm of daily life. Their names stretched back further than kingdoms, their essence older than rulers. Long before Christianity, long before Islam, the divine reigned, shaping the cycles of the seasons and the laws of creation. These were not empty rites but living faiths, guiding how crops were grown, how families lived, and how communities thrived. This is the hidden tale, the sacred history of Africa, from the deserts of the north to the lush rainforests of the west, from the flowing rivers of the center to the towering peaks of the east, and across the storm-lashed plains of the south. Remember them. Reclaim them. Among the gods of the north, Kemet, Nubia, and Berber mysticism, Egypt gave birth to divine powers that carved civilizations. Amun-Ra, the radiant sun god, ruled the heavens. His light nurtured life, yet his wrath carried destruction. Beside him stood Isis, the goddess of wisdom and love, whose sorcery crossed the boundary between life and death, granting protection and hidden knowledge. Then came Ma'at, guardian of truth and justice, forever weighing the scales of balance so that chaos would never dominate. Further into Nubia, Amun's divine force stretched outward, uniting kingdoms across vast lands. The Berber tribes turned their devotion skyward, honoring the stars, the moon, and figures like Tin Hanan, a revered queen who guided her people through harsh deserts with spiritual power. These deities laid the foundations of civilizations that lasted for thousands of years. To the west, the Yoruba carried a pantheon of immense power. Ogun, the god of iron and war, forged the very tools of progress with his hammer. Oya, a stormbringer, commanded winds and thunder, able to destroy yet also renew life from ruin. Above all stood Olodumare, the supreme force whose presence stretched across existence. Through Ifa, their sacred divination system, the Yoruba sought guidance, learning how to act and choose their paths. South of them, the deities of the Dahomey were equally mighty. Mawulisa, the divine twins of sun and moon, ensured cosmic harmony. Among the Ashanti, ancestral spirits walked with the living, shaping destiny with unseen divine hands. These deities were the lifeblood of African spirituality, guiding rulers, shaping communities, and influencing the rhythm of existence. In the heart of the continent within the Congo, belief centered on Nzambi, the great creator whose essence gave birth to all life. Yet Nzambi was never distant. He was in the rivers, the forests, and within every soul. The people of the Congo held that each act, no matter how small, carried divine weight. Sacred charms and carved figures infused with spirit were thought to shield, heal, or redirect fate itself. These were not lifeless artifacts, but vibrant forces woven into daily life. This intimate bond with the divine shaped the Congo kingdom, where gods and spirits ruled over both the living and the dead, influencing every choice. Farther east, Ethiopia and the ancient land of Kush honored Wak, the god of the skies, whose power stirred in every storm and floated within every cloud. He was not merely a bringer of rain, but a giver of fertility and abundance, sustaining life itself. The legendary Queen of Sheba, remembered for her famed meeting with King Solomon, emerged from this sacred tradition. Her lineage was believed to carry divine essence, with spirits guiding her reign and empowering her legacy. Even the Ark of the Covenant, believed by Ethiopians to rest in their land, is revered as a sacred vessel, a relic binding them to the divine. Such traditions, born from ancient faith, continue to define Ethiopia's spiritual identity to this day. Moving southward, the Zulu honored Unkulunkulu, the great creator who breathed life into earth, mountains, rivers, and creatures alike. His essence lingered in every sunrise, every rainfall, every living breath. The San, among the earliest people of the South, sought communion through trance dances, bridging the human world with spirits of sky, flame, and wilderness. The Xhosa, too, held their ancestors as guiding forces, protectors walking unseen beside the living. For them, the divine was never an abstraction. It was the soil beneath their feet, the air they breathed, inseparable from daily existence. These sacred beliefs shaped culture, destiny, and identity for countless generations. From the golden sands of Kemet to the storm-filled heavens of the Zulu, Africa's divine roots echo endlessly through time. These gods and spirits were never just fading myths, but eternal voices etched into the soul of a continent. They were not distant myths, but living powers that molded kingdoms, guided rulers, and held entire communities together. These spirits taught harmony, reverence for the earth, honor for ancestors, and the sanctity of all life. Long before outside faiths arrived on African shores, there existed a vast spiritual cosmos, rich with wisdom, cosmic law, and a profound bond between the visible and the invisible. To reclaim these sacred roots is more than rediscovery. It is the revival of a legacy still pulsing in the heart of Africa. To know the gods of this land is to touch the essence of humanity itself. It is a call to remember our beginnings, our lineage, and the sacred energy alive within us. The divine was never lost, it has only been waiting for us to listen. Thank you for walking this journey with us. If this opened your eyes to new truths, please like, share, and subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss more powerful stories. We deeply value your presence.